Hey guys, alright. I'll just want to make sure the sound is working. So, Thomas, please let me know if the sound is working fine. If you can hear me. Alright, great. Cool. Alright. Let me check that quickly. Okay, I have a little bit of a few things that I want to talk about today. So, I have a few notes on my right. Yeah. All right. Don't worry. We will hurry up. This is not going to be a very long live. We're not going to talk like for an hour or something. This one, I just wanted to have a little bit of a window for the end of the year because we're releasing a ton of stuff at the end of the year. It was like kind of a packed thing for us, and the space is going to keep going for a few weeks after the beginning of the new year. We're going to drop a little bit next week, of course, because well, like everybody's sleeping around. Everybody's sleeping, and it's normal. Like people should take some time off, but still, like this week has been packed, and we figured that it will be great just to have like a little bit of time from me for everybody who had like specific questions about like what we've been releasing. So first, you know that we've been releasing. We've been working with Swissborg to let the Mimo token trade on their platform. It has been a conjoint effort with Heat BTC, Swissborg, and us. And well, it's been going pretty well. Users has been pretty satisfied. It looks like the market was a little bit like a little bit off for like 30 minutes because the wild swings kind of like ate all the order books for a little while. But after that, like it looks like everything was fine, and we're working with the exchange to make sure that everything, like every user has been treated properly during the release. So it's been a great launch for us. We've been pretty happy with the response. We've been monitoring the channels to make sure that nobody had any issues with getting Mimo tokens to work with Swissborg, and it looks like it's pretty fine now. I just want to say that it's the beginning of a collaboration between us and Swissborg. Even when it comes to the Mimo token, the way that the yield works and all those things is going to change. As in, we're going to make it evolve in the background. Like we're going to provide more ways for Swissborg to maintain like a proper yield for their users on the platform. So this is just the beginning, and you can expect like a way more collaboration between Mimo and Swissborg. Mimo is just the first token there. So the other thing I wanted to discuss today is the bar staking. We've had some demand for people to stake their bar and receive some yield on bar directly, like really to provide a form of a euro pegged yield, like without much of a risk of going into another asset, or I would say an FX risk, like we have currently on bar USDC. This is going to be released in the next couple hours. There's going to be a simple way for you like for us in our smart contracts at least to stake some bar and get a yield all in bar. There will also be some yield in Mimo, but the basic yield will be in bar, and that's really what we're building right now because we've had some demand, and this will be integrated within other platforms as we inform other partners. So this was just like what we're shipping this week is just laying the foundation for other like platforms, protocols, companies to integrate the Mimo and the bar token. So on more that we would like to announce is the reopening of the alpha channel. It's pretty simple. Like what we consider the alpha channel is the alpha.mimo.capital. At the beginning of the short life of Mimo so far, we could allow users to go on alpha.mimo.capital, and they would have new interfaces, new features to play around with, a couple of things like that. And gradually, as the platform matured, we've kind of let that one sleep. We are now shipping like way more stuff, and we've decided that before some features were ready for prime time, it could still be interesting for let's say the less risk averse users to be able to access features on alpha.mimo.capital. So we're gonna ship more features on alpha.mimo.capital from now. We're also gonna have a few interface changes. We're gonna use this channel to get feedback from users. Just know that not everything that we will show on alpha.mimo.capital will have been audited. It is really like the alpha channel. We will use this like for more bleeding edge stuff, and as the platform grows, as it matures, the platform will graduate into production, like a full production. So it will allow us to like let you guys kind of pick into really have a sneak peek into what we're building, and it will I mean it will provide a better view for the Mimo token holders to vote on what's going to happen, because it's difficult to vote when we've already like deployed a whole feature and develop it. It feels like we don't involve the community enough, and we would like to change that. So that's where this alpha channel comes back. We are going to like develop things, and while we're developing them, we will expose them to essentially like expose them to the community. So only like the more the less risk averse people will be able to try that. It comes with a strong disclaimer. We don't want the alpha channel to be something that we use only when the features are ready. It's the whole point of the alpha channel should be like to come before it's ready, like, and that's the whole plan. So yeah, please stay tuned on alpha.mimo.capital to see what we're gonna come up with next. Oh yeah. Also, we had a hackathon like about a month ago, which feels like an eternity ago, like it's named like blockchain times, and the features that were developed during the hackathon have still not been integrated properly with us. Like one was the PEG insurance for PAR. It is live but has not been integrated within our interface, and the other one is the yield, not the yield, but the leverage, like the leverage feature that was built by Martin. So for the insurance one, like that is built by, that was the bounty of the SLA. Essentially, we will consider integrating it within our interface when we can integrate with the next version of the DSLA smart contract. Just to explain how it works, you can stake today in the smart contract. The thing is already live, we just don't expose it. But you can stake in the smart contract, and every time the PAR peg is off, and the smart contract sees that the SLA has been breached, you're paid. So like it's a simple thing that you're paid by the other side, the side that they call the provider side. The issue with this is that it only allows the community to essentially to bet against against the peg, and we don't have a proper interface to bet for the peg. So we just want to essentially modify the way this thing works, so we can allow users to bet on both sides and have like nice yield on both sides. That's pretty much the missing part for the integration of that feature, but it's gonna come because we believe it's an interesting way to earn on par with PAR. So this is why this hackathon feature was deemed as valuable enough to be to gain a prize. But we will integrate it. I just want to explain the delay for integration. We want it to be a little bit more useful than it is in this current state. So now, before we go, Bricobert wants a Mimo jacket. Well, yeah, we have like a pretty sleek Mimo jacket. That's true. We will find a way to give some to the community. Actually, like we made like a ton of them, and this is like definitely intended for giveaways. So yeah, there will be giveaways. We give away the Mimotar jackets, like Mimotar hoodies, Mimo jackets, ton of stuff like that. Like we have like such a good provider for our items, like right there where we live. Like we don't have like production delays and stuff like that. So yeah, there will be a lot of swagger. Thomas, yeah, went to all employees. We'll work on that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. We'll work on that, and yeah, you'll have some. Actually, like we'll find something like because there's not a lot of people on the live right now. We can say like if you're asking me for a jacket right now and you're live, you'll get one. So Bricobert, find me like tell Thomas on Telegram, Bricobert, that you will deserve one. Like send your size and stuff like that. We will send you one. See, like that's the advantage of being live when I'm here. So like you'll have that. Yeah. Every like a lot of people will have some. So All right, so that kind of stopped what I wanted to tell you. So I was about to tell about like the next thing we're gonna release. We're gonna release a little bit more stuff now. Like we, as I've never hidden the fact that we have consumer ambitions, and where we're going right now, really like the whole goal of what we wanted to do since the beginning was really a consumer thing. Like the data that we had that told us that we should build Bar and Mimo was mostly like consumer data. It was not like necessarily data from people who were strong in the DeFi community. It was like a really consumer demand because again, like we had the 10x community, and now we're working backwards towards this demand, and this is pretty good because we have a much better tool to serve this user base. And Swissborg, like integrating with Swissborg, is essentially the first step towards that, like making our tokens like really consumer ready. We're integrating within like platforms that already have consumers, and we're gonna like grow in this direction. We're also like not hiding that we're working on our own consumer platform, which does not intend to compete, but more to complete the ecosystem that is already laid down by Swissborg. So it's pretty cool. We intend to collaborate with quite a few people. In terms of collaboration, I'm very happy with what has been happening with the Euro pool, like where we collaborate with other Euro stablecoin. Like when people keep telling us that, like keep asking us what we feel about the competition in Euro stablecoin, I'm like this space is so small that you can't really talk about competition at this moment. We literally have like Telegram rooms together where we decide on incentives to work together to attract more user into our space. That's how much of a I would say healthy competition like we had with having with those guys. So that's pretty cool. And in question, what is best next products? Best next product that we're gonna release. I think it's right now what's being released right now is the bar staking because and I consider it a great thing because we had a lot of demand for it, and we just want to make a very safe option for people to get a bar return on staking bar. And this is like how it was always intended to be. Like community comes, asks for some stuff. We have people who come from the consumer side, people from the DeFi side who are asking for those things, and we are finally able to deliver on that. So it was like it was not originally intended this way to have a bar staking that works, that is paid by the interest rate on the other side of the platform. But now it looks like it could be working pretty fine. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. We will, of course, like alongside the community, vote on what is the best way to reward people who want to stake bar. But yeah, it's happening right now. And would like to stake some Mimo, some more token vault has collateral. I am not sure I understand the question, but there will be way more collaterals that we accept. Actually, we're working on two things for that. One is, again, like growing the platform enough so that we can accept newer, riskier collaterals without like risking the whole house. Like we have a debt ceiling limit that allows us to take collaterals in smaller limits, and we are willing to leverage this pretty soon. Now, as you guys know, in order to accept a collateral, we need a price feed for it. Until today, we've been using Chainlink. We know that they are pretty reliable, but we would be considering like using something else if we go for a lower debt ceiling and maybe managing something else for a smaller type of collateral. So there is definitely like quite a few collaterals coming. It goes within the whole collaboration angle I was just mentioning. It's important for us to realize that it's important for us to let the users realize that Wrap ETH, Wrap Bitcoin, USDC are great, but it was only supposed to be the beginning. It's just like those were the foundations of the house that we're building, but now we need to have like something that makes more sense for everybody in the communities. So we have Matic. We will have like all the L1s on all the L1s and L2 that we go to. The native token of the platform will be listed as a collateral. That's a good example of how we want to grow. Then there will be other tokens that we believe would make sense for people, and we will just wait for demand and list there. But we wanted to have a little bit of a healthy TVL before that happens, just so we have like a good foundation, and we know that bar will always be backed properly. Also, now, the same way I mentioned that we're going towards more consumer demand, we really wanted to focus on and off ramps. So this is where the Swissborg integration makes sense. But we're also, I mean, I'm not hiding that we're looking at our own on and off ramp for simple reason of, like keeping things a little bit like vertically integrated. So again, it is the goal for us is to integrate properly within all the partners within our ecosystem. So we do not want to cannibalize the way people work on Swissborg and all that. We want to augment it. So we will want to have like a lot of ways that the people who are on Swissborg can interact with whatever we're doing within our own on and off ramp. I can't tell you too much about that because I don't want to hype something that is still in the works. But after talking with them, I know for sure that it's gonna like make a lot of people happy. Oh, well, actually, that's a very good question from Dusky88. Is Mimo going to be a way to pay with crypto without needing to sell? Well, I'll be pretty blunt about it. This is one of the reasons why we want to work on what we're working on. Simply, if you can, I mean, it's not going to be exactly as as straightforward as paying with crypto, but simply, if you are locking your crypto as a collateral and you are buying something with the result of this loan that you're making to the platform, you still haven't sold anything. So again, like I am not a tax attorney. Like you cannot take my words for this at this point because I do not know which jurisdiction every user is based in, and everyone using our protocol is based in. That's not really the goal. I mean, the Mimo protocol is meant to be open, but what we know for sure is that like we are providing an alternative to selling. And from this perspective, this is for us a pretty key thing. Like you still stay exposed to the gains and the losses on their collateral, but well, you don't sell it. So essentially, whatever you would call a capital gain should not be realized at that point. That's up to you and your local accounting service, of course, to have a final answer on that. But we're building the tools for you to be able to play that card. And whatever we're building from a consumer standpoint is exactly in this direction. So yeah, like paying with crypto without the need to sell. Actually, it sounds like a pretty good tagline. I will remember that message. Thank you, Dusky. It's pretty cool. If you want a hoodie, let us know because this is pretty cool. All right. Okay, so now, like, I mean, I'll keep the questions coming and all that. Oh, well, can't buy something with bar. Dennis, yeah, what am I gonna say to this? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It might be in the pipeline. I cannot confirm nor deny that we're working on something and might have or might not have already the whole infrastructure for this in place. I don't know. It's okay. Please stay tuned. There will be more lives like that. So yeah. But anyways, I guess you get the picture. We're not gonna let you guys down. It's important for us to work in a direction that we know our users want. Like if we have a strong demand and we see that essentially the users are responding to the way that we see would make sense for people to use their crypto, we see it like not selling, using bar, and then like using bar in their daily life like a little bit better. Well, then yeah, we're gonna keep releasing stuff that goes in this direction. Thank you, Dam. All right, yeah. So that's cool. So I mean, you get the idea. So well, the last thing, I mean, I didn't intend for this live to be too long. I mean, of course, I keep the questions coming and all that. I wanted like to have a maximum of half an hour or something, but I wanted to wish like everybody in like not only working for Mimo but also like outside of Mimo, like my best wishes for the end of the year. Merry Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. Happy New Year for the other ones. For everyone, like really like yeah, best wishes. Honestly, this has been a great year for us. We're really happy like to have taken Mimo from pretty much nothing to where it is today in this year. And even though, I mean, it's not like we were the fastest growing protocol in the ecosystem and all that, we've clearly laid the foundations for a good Euro stablecoin and a great DeFi platform that will be multi-chain and like that will have a proper consumer product and a proper DeFi product, like without having to make a choice between the two, but actually like keeping users in control. Everything that we will release will keep users in full control of whatever they're doing. This is really like our focus, and I'm pretty happy of the response of the user base so far. So now that we know that the foundations are solid, this is gonna be like time for us to kind of switch gears. We intend for the first quarter to be more of like a protocol release quarter. We will like release a few things like really on the protocol. Still like maybe a few other chains, a few other things like better yield options and all that, and then like really growing meanwhile growing our consumer offering, so people can have a much more exciting life around Mimo. So yeah, thank you guys. So everybody that is live right now, like that is listening to us and wants a hoodie or a hat or what else do I have around here? I have the Mimo hat. Well, there is beanies, there's Minotaur stuff and all that. Like, if you want any of these things and you are here right now, it means like you should be eligible for one. Like, that's the advantage of like taking on your own Christmas day and still going to listen live from a DeFi company. So yeah, like you will have like a nice present if you look for it. So just like talk to Thomas. Sorry, Thomas, I don't want the messages to go and like pile up to you, but it's alright. It's not like that many people. That should be alright. All right, yeah, cool. A hoodie for Perks. Yeah, I'm giving my best. So, oh yeah, you can also DM Dam. So yeah, thanks guys for taking the slack and really like taking it, and like really I want to thank all the contributors to the Mimo protocol, all the employees, all everybody who's been like really helping Mimo since the beginning. Like there is a lot of people like working for Mimo that you never hear about that are working on like things like operations, finance, and stuff like that that is not directly related to the protocol, that are doing a killer work. And like that's this word goes to them. Like thank you guys. Yeah, thanks the Freds and the Svens and everybody who is like who is working in the shadows for us to deliver the next milestones and all that. So thank you very much. When will Macron use the Mimo protocol? I have no idea. Maybe sooner than he thinks. Like if PAR is becoming a nice layer of the infrastructure of some Euro stablecoin, and he uses one of the numerous apps that will use Euro stablecoins in the background without everybody knowing. Maybe Macron will use the Euro stablecoin without even downloading the app. So we'll see. Or he will just become a fan of us because we're French people and still like we have a lot of French people in the company and we're still innovating, and maybe he should be proud of us. I don't know. We'll see that. So thank you very much. It's DM. Yeah, please DM your sizes and stuff like that. I mean, there's no sizes for the hats and all those, but for the hoodies, obviously, yeah. So thank you so much. All right, guys. Cheers. And well, the team stays available on Telegram, obviously. So you can talk. I mean, even though people need to take a break, like please be understanding. But yeah, like I will be around. Like you can still email, and if you need, if you're looking for a nice place to work that respects your holiday time and all that, please, email to tech@mimo.capital. We're recruiting. So yeah, thank you so much, and talk later. Bye.